taken out, I'm not too surprised. I feel like that champion in the top lane or jungle can be pretty scary.
Yeah, top lane, she's terrifying. I think she's still, in terms of what we know about the patch, probably the strongest champion. She was nerfed a little bit, but in general, this champion is just so oppressive. It did not take long for people to figure out how strong she is. And the nature of the bans, these are all very good champions. So I do not think, based on bans, that we're kicking off with any kind of troll draft, any kind of for fun draft, because all of these picks have been incredibly strong in solo queues, strong in scrims, and now with Victor taken away as the kind of creme de la resistance, or whatever it is, creme de la creme of mid lane picks. This is a serious draft through and through. That's a Skarner first pick, Ox. We're not having fun. This is no fun zone.
This is all serious. They want to win, but for those wondering, we are on the current live patch, which is 12.24, which came out like 5 days ago, and that's why the Victor ban came through. Obviously, he's been updated and is very strong. Interestingly, seeing the Caitlyn come out, presumably for Doran here, which is obviously the Caitlyn is a hallmark of T1, and maybe Guma's there to talk him through it, like, you know, give him some tips and tricks on how to do it. But the Twisted Fate gonna come through, and you know, this is one of Faker's, I mean, he's in the jungle. You could, in theory, play it in the jungle if you really wanted to. Have seen it done before, so bit of flexibility. Definitely mid and top of roles we've seen it, but I think things could get a bit crazy.
And also remember that T1 at the end of the day, they do have a chance to swap their champions around. When I see the TF lock in, are they looking to play cross map? Is that something that they want to do? Do they want to pressure a particular lane? Maybe run it back on comp? I don't know.
I mean, I think generally, it'll be hard to say without knowing where the TF goes. The strength of TF top was you get pressure and you always get to roam early, right? Until we see summoner spells, won't be 100% confident there. It's also something that's been hit a lot on previous patches. Speaking of kind of getting knocked down a peg, the Elise has hovered there. Still powerful on this patch, but definitely a lot weaker early. And while initially we talked a lot about, hey, this is like a super, super serious draft, it's not clear 100% where T1 are going, but I do love that Lux has been picked up here specifically to deny the Caitlyn Lux bot lane, to not let T1 just have incredibly powerful lanes right off the bat.
I like that, but I feel like picking the Lux and then instantly the Nautilus, I feel like that was a bit of a mistake, because you could have just held it as a flex, and now the Naut got instantly answered by that Braum. So T1 really confident with the matchup, and this is a terrible scenario to be playing Nautilus into so much CC, so much single target setup. This is the kind of game where Nautilus can die 10 times, and it wasn't even like the support was playing badly. The comp is just designed to kill him.
It feels like the Lux particularly is an answer to the TF mid, but then again, that's not taking into consideration the thing that it could be flexed around.
I don't actually know what the plan is with this Lux. I'm used to it in the context of support in bot lane to win a matchup. Just range, early damage, obviously very powerful in that isolated 2v2. But as you highlighted, with the Nautilus locked in, unless the Nautilus is a flex, which I cannot imagine, mid lane Lux is not, I don't like that. I think it's not good, you know?
Yeah.
The skins, great. The skins, great. The champion,
the thing is, I think if you got decent gang setup, if you get some momentum, maybe some early ganks on a TF, you could just kind of delete the wave constantly and never let them leave. So I think maybe that's the theory, but I'm kind of on your side where I need to see where it's going to go, but also if it is mid, I'm not super convinced yet. Do you see some more bans coming out? So Varus, Renekton, picks that have quite a bit of early pressure being denied from Gentlemates here, and it seems like they're denying, well, the Jarvan, obviously a lot of setup. And we'll see the Vi as well. So yeah, really denying picks that can allow T1 to set up. And it feels like after that previous game, a lot of where T1 was finding strength was finding isolated members, finding opportunities to pick them up. Their comp facilitates that. I think Viego fits really well. Another auto attack here to stack the Braum. But also once you get that initial kill, you get the reset, you get the momentum.
I feel like that also could potentially further solidify the fact that TF is going to be going in that mid lane. So we don't have to worry maybe potentially too much about that flex, but then you're looking at the side of Gentlemates and how would you want to answer that? Because it's a really aggressive comp that they have going on.
I mean, technically they can still flex it, and this is the struggle for Gentlemates, right? Is that they need to complete their composition, and T1 will still have the luxury of moving any pieces that they want. I don't like the Lee Sin as much. I think this team is going to have a really hard time killing tanky frontliners based on what they have so far. I like the CC setup that Ox highlighted earlier, but that Skarner's just going to build a bunch of Giants belts, and Caitlyn is not going to kill him in any of these early fights or skirmishes.
Smolder.
And also the Jax as well. Like Jax into Twisted Fate, into Braum, like you can't really do that much, especially if he goes the Zhonya's. Between the Counter-Strike and the Zhonya's, you can't set up that CC on him nearly as effectively. And they do end up locking in the Corki, so a lot of damage potential from there. I do feel like they needed some of that sustained damage in their composition. They obviously were hovering that Smolder before, but you know, I'm guessing it is going to be that Lux in the mid lane. A lot of front-to-back power here from Gentlemates. And it feels like in a straight 5v5, they can do a lot of work. They have that really bulky front line. And it feels like with this Fiora or Gnar being hovered, the side lane pressure may be something that T1 feel like they have to lean into.
And confirms the TF to mid lane, as you predicted, Ginny. So TF back in the mid lane, up against Ica on the Lux. Ica, of course, notorious control mage player, did play a lot of Tristana in this last year, I think, as everybody did, but ready to see what he can do.
I mean, it's pretty difficult as a TF to get onto the Lux just because of the range, but also, as Ox highlighted earlier on, you can continuously push in waves. You can go TP on Lux, you could potentially answer some of these roams. Even your ult, not fully cross-map, but you get quite a decent range on that, which to an extent can help you impact some of the team fights.
Faker Lee Sin, though.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch, 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 crunch.
So we see the hovers over here. Although he's technically, I'm waiting. I think the overlay hasn't quite updated. I assume that.
You don't want to see TF jungle?
I don't want to see TF jungle. I got it one time, Kickus. Shout out to the OG. I don't need it again. You know, I'm willing to let that one go.
Yeah, the thing I'm really wondering about is
Japrom is not a good spot. Gee, they are not looking to give anything up, but Faker, again, spotted on vision just about this entire early game means that Comp knows this is coming. Adversity knows this is coming, but I don't know if that's going to stop the gang from coming through.
Okay, they got level 2. That's big.
Initial CC, good, unbreakable, but Guma crucially did not take tower aggro, did not proc it. Faker now locked up for a moment, flashes out perfectly timed. Doran! Oh, they're getting styled on! They shut down the early pathing, but they cannot stop the dive from coming through. One more stack with the defensive blows. They want the double! They're willing to give one up to get it.
Listening, thinking, oh, solo queue time, I'm gonna Valk it.
No, I condone that. As long as you're not in my game, I condone that. Excellent Gnar from Owner. Doesn't really have the fall. That's the first boulder. Resets the cooldown a little bit by grabbing it.
Okay,
Guma on the way in.
The Skarn is here to defend. Fake is
TF on the way. DG not going to connect on that initial piece of CC. Only level 5 means this is a pretty easy dive for T1. They have more members in the area. The 4v3 does it already down. Nice lockup though on Untara. Good fire back from Gentlemates, but only the double kill.
They're going to try to finish
for
it,
T1. Ica's here, but Faker's dead. Yeah, nowhere to go. I mean, he's blind. Like, be nice.
Yeah. Gentlemates right now.
Tara, quick flash. Ooh, awkward hook there. Comp down. Initial burst damage goes down, but Owner about to turn Mega. Heroes needs to get out of here. Bit of a questionable TP, to be honest. Luckily doesn't get the stun into 2, but just finds himself in the waiting arms of T1. Yeah, unlike that fist bumper handshake, that one's not going to feel so good. Stun, into damage. And down goes the Jax.
Yeah, it kind of felt like, seen a play coming in top. But
see? No ulti this time around. Does have the flash, however. Comp on the chase. Good block. Just the edge of that shield from Guma.
And that's going to be enough to stop the play. That clipped Doran. Doran, no cleanse available, so he would have just been dead to rights if that had hit. Still a lot of damage coming up from Comp, though. I think they do need to still back away.
Rinse and repeat. We saw this exact play just a couple of seconds ago. Stun, ulti there for Guma this time around. Doran doing decent damage, but he cannot finish this kill. The fact that he hits is big! The rock to shut him. Flash stun. Big commitment there, but of course, Owner has no flash of his own. TP coming in from T1. Main's happy to trade that flash for the TP, but hoping not to lose anything else. Good interrupt on the air. Dote denying the buffer on the hook. Ulti from Lux does not hit anybody, and now Faker is here looking for the lineup on the kick, but he doesn't need it. Owner grabbing that first kill. TF now to follow. Tar looking to get a little bit more done, but that is a lot of chain CC, not enough to stop the wild cards. It's T1 doing a lot of work on the bottom side of the map.
And that's a sort of moment where T1 immediately punish when Gentlemates look for a window. This is what the comp is trying to do with the Twisted Fate, to be able to immediately punish when someone oversteps.
It's a little bit awkward.
They can just kill a tower and then
he'll eventually be allowed to push a button. The button he chose was Flash. Sadly, it was the only button he pushed and then channeled R and died. Damn, he's just on the edge. Will finally get locked up. Flash to safety, but doesn't have the Valkyrie anymore. But everything just misses. That's a complete win. Another 4-man stun. 3-man, excuse me, as Zentora manages to backstab. Comp on the backside misses just about everything, manages to hit. Boosted Singularity, Imperios. Still locked up. Doran taken down. Faker behind enemy lines. The kickback. Look at the mechanics. It just embarrasses him in front of his own crowd. In front of his own region. Now the lockup is there. Doran about to go Mega. Looking for his moment. The chain CC. Good thus far. Wants to catch up Comp. Excellent flashback coming from Comp. Owner. Is he going to go down? Should just fall here. That's the shut.
Especially coming off the back of that play, which they'll have been so hyped from.
Tara. Add the spellbook cleanse. Doran now going to be the one in trouble. 90 caliber net over the wall. TF trying to nip Heroes. Wasn't quite able to get the lockdown. Nice flash. Get another skill shot missing, but Faker surely should be able to finish the job here. In the meantime, Comp taking down Doran on the Caitlyn. Jax making it out. Stun. A little bit of extra healing. The red buff just ticking up the side. He needs to touch the Sonic Wave for the wild cards.
They have control of the Dragon area. Trap line formed. It's going to be hard to push in against the TF, the Braum.
Dote. No aftershock. Wasn't able to hit anybody, so part of the reason he's so squishy there.
This is not Warmog's era. You can't just heal up off on that damage. And now, Empress
kicked back by Faker. Sonic Wave Resonant Strike follow-up. Doran trying to do a bit more damage onto the Jax. Taro running. Owner on the side. Keep your eyes on that Gnar. That ulti is going to have to be big if they want to win this one. Drake up and available. Owner locked up. The chain CC is enough. Comp.
Damage. 20% extra 2 damage. I think was the recent buff that they put it to. He just shreds.
Definitely does. Guma caught out, finds the knockup, but not before the Skarner ult comes down. Comp's ult to follow as well. Decent damage onto the Lux, but not
to keep checking it on a short cooldown. T1 really feeling the pressure now. This is an aggressive play from Faker to try and find an engage.
Good angle though. Ica, the key target here, looking to lock up the core key. 3 stacks, 4 lockdown. Doran just flashes the wall. They don't mind leaving Untora to die, but the team going right back over to back him up. Lux ult does good damage onto Gumayushi, but not quite enough to finish it. Jax strong at this stage of the game. Knock back briefly. Locket fading away. Lock up on Otara is there. Another kill about to come through. Doran gonna get taken down. And Heroes just in time. The Jax finally online.
Even losing the Corki, who's been such a pivotal piece, the rest of the team is there to make the work happen. Owner will get this tier 2 tower, but it's just not enough for how much you're losing on the other side of the map. And now Gentlemate's looking to start up the Baron. It is a slow Baron though, with the composition they have.
Owner, stacked Mega. Faker stolen one objective thus far, trying to sidestep. All Gentlemates immediately turn. They are not 50-50 with the man on your screen. Comp, legendary against T1 as Owner tries to buy a bit more space. Knockback only going to connect onto a few. Baron still leashed, bit of a split focus here from Gentlemates. Gumayushi on the way in. No ulti for the Gnar. There should be no way to contest this. And yet T1 are still here.
Yeah, Guma, you might be in a bit of trouble there.
Guma manages to make it out. Baron down for Gentlemates. Guma giving his life to just see if they were doing it still. They were. But now he's taking Ica on a journey. He's flashing. He's
It's well in isolation by himself, but you know, Gentlemate's doing a fantastic job on that Baron to turn onto Faker there, but now Engage coming in.
TP mid, good initial lockup, trying to take a Lux out of the equation, but they don't quite finish the kill. Yes, they do, just barely manage to finish it. Trading down, but getting a Baron off the board, it's a bit awkward. See now, T1 can hold the base.
I feel like it's the sort of play that it's correct to go for, but it kind of illustrates how desperate T1's position is, and also Gentlemates are doing a fantastic job of responding to this aggression, always ready to turn it around. Yes, they lose a carry, but they get more in return, and now they're going to try and push and make things happen.
They're continuing the push on the side lane. Hard to get through this trap line.
Hold up the TP.
Brute goes through. Guma immediate exhaust. Now the flank coming in. TP in return. Ica's still going to be able to finish the kill. Owner leaping out. The tower will fall, and now it's Doran in trouble. Ica's just going to finish that off. Rapid fire cannon, just another second. Doesn't even need it. Double kill for Gentlemates. And we're not sure if they'd be enough for on-roll T1, but it seems like they are enough for off-roll T1. Take them down a bit. Faker looking for the king. Only managed to find Dote. Instantly gets popped. Comp is here. That's that TP. Didn't need to use it to cover a side lane. Used it to get involved that much faster. The Owner trying to make the difference. Does not want to lose another game today. Knock back to the wall. Excellent use of the Zonrias coming in. Tara looking for the gold card follow-up. There it is. Guma. Knockup not going to connect with Comp, and Icar running goes through some blinking low health bars. Now Gumayushi might actually be able to kill somebody. 1v1. Braum beating up the Corki. Beating the hell out of this Yordle, but that fight turned fast, man. He's got a helicopter. He's getting the work done. It's a shutdown. It's a hot mess. I still think Gentlemates are ahead, but T1 not done fighting. Ulti going in. Owner's going to die too now. Heartsteel. It's coming. There it is.
Oh, Zinchi finds it. And T1, they do their best to punish them, to defend their base, but they pay so dearly. They get a lot of kills, but the return is not even favorable at that point. There are so many members on top of that, but Dragon has spawned. Zinchi's still alive.
They have a jungler.
They do. The Skarner can go over
Faker
walls, though. It's hard to deny him.
steal this.
You have to rush it. You have to rush it, and you have to be confident in
Kick
taking
you can
smite.
kick him out of the pit. Hook, body block. Doran still doing damage. Faker, kick the Skarner out. Get it? No! There it is! Taken down, denied. Doran doesn't have anywhere else to go. Desperation maneuver from T1 not paying off, but Doran is still alive for a brief moment longer, but there's the Jax. Again, right when you need him. He's had the time to scale, and now taken over in the fights. Guma will once again die.
Been a consistent theme for him this game. Faker running away, but we can see...
Bit sloppy from the side of Gentlemates. They don't have any follow-ups. They just lose one member for nothing.
I think they kind of thought, oh, it's a Skarner, oh, you're tanky, or you can go through walls, you're safe. But that single target CC layer here.
Tara needs to get out. He won't.
Oh.
That's bad. Didn't lock the gold card on that cycle. Also a little bit awkward. No vision in the bush, crucially. So that means the flash is going to be okay. Again, gold card, Counter-Strike. Nice dodge coming in. Woo, Greek top lane movement is good, but not good enough.
Okay, this is a point where I think they should really start to make this pressure. And Tara has TP, can open up on the map towards top side. Give Ona space to push. But the time is a little off. Zuntara's not on the map there, but...
They don't have a mid-wave. Top wave is pushing in their favor. The second they see 2 on bot lane, they need to be able to threaten Baron. They're not really in a great spot. Gnar locked up, looking to sidestep. Ulti not coming out, not needed. Owner does a good amount of damage, delays Ica at least. Now it's all eyes on the Baron. 4 members of T1 already set up. Trap line blocking 1 entrant. Untara ready to go. Lockdown is there. Lux follow-up is huge, but not enough to finish the kill. Untara trying to get away. Flashing the hook from Erdoze is good. Comp now trying to follow up as well. Yet another binding, connecting. T1 will get the Baron. They're losing so much in exchange. 2 members already down 3. With Owner taken into account, they might just lose the game here.
Yeah, the inhib has respawn, so no super minions. Doran, that TP I think was a mistake. I think if they use a TP to protect the minion on the Nexus Tower is the right to send it, but it's so low already. I don't even think they need it. They have another TP. Has a TP. Yeah, this might be it.
Final push. Doran and Faker versus the world. Doran, project! Comp! He's in his head! He doesn't even speak Korean, but he reads his mind!
Doesn't even need the TP, just finds the play. And for the second time today, T1's Nexus will be destroyed.